Alright, hi, this is Ben Radens, and I am going to go over final build for Christian Abbott's game Exfiltration. Now, one thing that we added in this update of it was that there is a little instruction screen where you can walk around with the character, and you'll see that one thing that we added was we replaced the player sprite, the new one that has some animations. You see he has an idle animation, he has an animation for running, an animation for punching, an animation for jumping. There's also one for climbing up ladders, but there aren't any ladders in this. You'll see there's a little switch there. We can turn on and off and do the sound effect. So if we go back to the title and start a new game, you'll notice that the song in the background is different from before. This is also a song that I made, just like the one before was, but this was made specifically for this, but the other one was just having a song I had sitting around. So the enemies also have new sprites. They're these little Roomba-like things. You can jump on them like you did before. There's a little sound effect when you do. Or what you can do is, and I'll leave this one down here so I can demonstrate it. You can punch them, they explode and play a little sound effect. So that just adds more ways you can deal with enemies, and as you'll see at a specific point later in the game, you use the punching. There is a certain enemy where you have to use the punch instead of to jump on it. So, little hint at what's to come there. We are inside of Nathan Strebel's computer. Not quite sure why we're inside Nathan Strebel's computer, but we are. So we'll go down to level 1. And you'll notice a few things have changed from the original build. For one, you can't do weird stuff with the gravity field going up there anymore. There's a ceiling blocking you off. So you kind of have to play the game in a normal way. Secondly, gravity fields changed them from red to green just so to make it like more obvious that it's not something that's going to hurt you if you go into it. We tried purple for a while, but it looked like poison too. And another thing you'll notice is that before in this part 2 build of our project, these platforms didn't slow down at the end. They just went at a linear velocity back and forth. And they also had a problem where the platform, like where it was right there, when it's going from up to down, the player Y position wouldn't be mapped directly to it. So you'd fly off a little bit. And if you tried to jump while you were flying off, you wouldn't go anywhere, and it was really easy to just die. So we fixed both of those problems. Just made the moving platforms better, basically. So the rest of this level is pretty much the same as it was before. We go up here, get the key. And another thing we added was these bonus hearts. It's not going to do anything right now because I still have 3 hearts. But if you collect those, then you're able to refill your heart container, because the game was a little bit difficult just having 3 lives for the whole thing, especially with the new levels we added. So you'll see that when I collected the key, this platform spawned here, which allows us to get back. Because before there is a whole thing where an enemy spawned and you had to use the boost from the enemy to get up there. But it was a little weird, and if you didn't do it right, then the enemy wasn't there anymore. You were basically soft locked, unless you did a weird bug. So it was better to just add some more platforms in when you get the key. Make it work. Here's a fun thing. This thing spins. It doesn't reset the animation, but it works fine physics-wise, I think, mostly. Now you see that we have these switches that delete the blocks. This level also is basically entirely different from what level 2 was in the build for Project 2, because that level was not fun. That giant hole has lava at the bottom if you fall into it, which I'm not going to demonstrate. So now that all of these are gone, we can drop down into this platform. jump across these, avoiding those also kill you if you stand at them. And then the purple guy still gives us the purple power. There's another heart in there that we could get if we wanted to, but we have full hearts, so there's no point. And level 3, also mostly the same as before. There's some platforms down there with enemies on them that it's kind of hard to navigate on these platforms. They're really fast, turn around pretty fast. So we wanted to make it less punishing if you fall, so there's a chance you can get past those enemies down there and make it back. But other than that, it's completely the same. Other than the platforms slowing down before you have to go flip this switch here, flip that switch right there. And another little oiling thing that we did was it was a little bit hard to tell whether the colored blocks were transparent or not, so we just lowered the opacity of them when we flipped the switch. Now that we finished that level, we can get on to the new part of the game. Sorry, this is definitely going to be one of the longer videos you have to watch, just our game has a lot of stuff in it. So what this screen does is you get on that platform, it doesn't move until you get on it, and the sort of stereotypical lava starts flowing from beneath you. So we have to just make it through this without getting scorched by the lava. You get a bonus out here. And we sort of have to move through that quickly so that we can get to that switch in time. And then, whoa, a gravity field. What do? You go to here. You get back and squeeze in that gap, and there are a couple arrows pointing you up here, which is kind of fun. The lava stops coming up, so I could stand here as long as I wanted to come get me, but I'm not going to. I'm going to continue playing the game. So now we have the second enemy type, which is these turrets. These turrets check every 2 seconds whether the player is within, I think it's like range of 10 or so, and then it just shoots every 2 seconds until you're out of range. So you can also punch these, and they're deactivated at this point. So there is a fireball that I forgot to make turn upside down. It goes down. This is fun. I'm actually going to die in this one because normally the lava patches only play that sound effect that you just heard when I punched the turret. The boom that I stole from Deltarune. Ignore Christian being bad at the boss now. But this one has the red house screen. You get hit into it, which is kind of fun. Because it is very troll, and if you don't jump at the right time, it'll push you. Now here, if we just go up here, you'll see there's a stack of turrets, so we kind of don't want to drop down in front of that because it'll trap us and we'll just die. So we gotta push these blocks here. The turrets notice that there's something between you and them and don't shoot. Now if you run forward here, we'll see there is a bigger stack of turrets, and we don't like that. So we're gonna get the heck out of there. Run up here. Do this fun thing with the gravity blocks. Drop all of these blocks. And we're able to jump on here and jump over the turrets. Then we just have to get past this rotating bar. I could actually get that hard, although it's kind of hard to get back from, so I'm not going to. I just have to trust in my skill to beat the boss fight, which is the next and final thing. So this boss has 3 phases, basically. Kind of. I think one of the parts of the second phase you can technically beat the way that you do the first phase, but it's kind of hard to do. So you notice, we spawn in, there's a new song playing, but there's no boss anymore. Where could the boss possibly be? Oh, there's the boss. It's Nathan Streeple's face on Red Square. So, first, gotta do the basic attempt thing. You can't jump on it, it'll just kill you. If you try to punch it, it kind of just dances back and forth just outside of your range. You can't pin him up against a wall and punch him because there's these lava columns here that he can go across. You can. Maybe he can go across. That wasn't supposed to happen. But, anyways, so what you actually have to do is push one of these blocks down. Then go around here, jump down, and make him go towards this block where you can then punch him. And I also got him to record that sound. I should mention that we got permission for him to do this. It's probably a good thing to do. So we do that again for this one. And you'll see he's going kind of fast. Like we can... See, I'll go over here and push this one down. It's kind of hard to like get around here and like get down in time to punch him and make him go. So what I can actually do for the second phase... Oh, I made this on too. But you can push the second block down, get him trapped in between these two, then punch. So that might be a little unintuitive because you have to punch through the blocks in order to hit him. But I figure it's pretty easy to avoid dying for the most part, so hopefully it gives people time to explore it. Now it's the third phase, and he is moving very, very fast, to the point where we really do not want to be down on that lower level. So you think, oh, let's go about this the way we've been doing for the previous times. Push a block off to this side, push a block off to this side, get him all lined up in the middle, and then punch. But when we do, Nathan does this move that I like to call the fulfilling the pattern-based AI requirement, where he jumps out from between the two blocks and moves to this right side. So I'll break these blocks real quick. Try not to die, because that would be sad. So a bit of trouble moving these blocks. Oh right, I just push it like that. So what we have to do actually is... Oh yeah, they also bounce on it, which is kind of fun. But I messed that up. Yeah, I really messed it up. Oh well. So... But yeah, so the boxes, it's really easy to mess this part up. So the boxes always respawn up at the top. What we want to do is get him lined up underneath one of these drop-offs. Then go up, get to this box. Then bounce on top of it. And then, since he's not able to move the blocks before, we can just punch him while he's in that state. If he tries to get away, okay. So, yeah, 6 health, 2 health for each phase. And these boxes will also respawn if you push them into the lava to the left or right. Final hit should do it. We have this door spawn to the right. And we win. But, yeah. So, congratulations, and special thanks to Nathan Streep for his face. So, if we continue, it goes back to here, because the continue still saves all the state status of the game. It saves the hearts, the keys, and everything. And if we click start, we would respawn. So another thing is, before, when you hit enemies, it would always just send you to the right, because that's how I coded it. But now it actually sends you in the direction that the enemy was traveling, which it still sends you very fast, because I thought it was funny. If you jump down here, it'll send you straight up. Yeah. The map at the bottom right still updates for everything. It updates for the corridor script, but after that, you're in unknown territory. The map doesn't indicate where you are. So that's my fun way of saying that I didn't remember to do it. I probably shouldn't include that part in the video. But yeah, so that's our game. Sorry this took so long.